everyone, and welcome back to the English Easy podcast for a better life. I'm Emma, and as always, I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, George. How are you doing today, George?
Hey, Emma. I'm doing great, feeling energized and ready for today's topic. How about you?
I'm doing well, too.
Today's episode is, without exaggeration, one of the most important we will ever record. It's a game changer.
We need to be very clear about what today is not. We are not here to sell you a magic pill. We won't claim you can become fluent in 30 days by following one weird trick.
No secret shortcuts, no mysterious methods that only geniuses can understand.
Today is about something far more powerful, more sustainable, and ultimately more transformative. Today, we are talking about daily habits.
Small, consistent, manageable actions, repeated every single day. Not when you feel motivated, but especially when you don't.
This is the fundamental shift in thinking that changes everything. Most learners are constantly searching for the next big thing. They ask, what is the absolute best textbook? Which is the perfect online course? Which teacher holds the secret?
But those are the wrong questions. The single most important question for any language learner is this. What do you do every single day with English?
Because English or any skill is not truly learned in giant leaps powered by bursts of motivation. Motivation is like a fireworks display, bright, exciting, and over very quickly.
Real learning is built like a brick wall. It's slow, methodical, and one brick, one habit, placed firmly on top of the other every day. It's learned by routine.
So, in this comprehensive guide, we will share with you the most powerful, research-backed, and learner-tested daily habits that actually produce results. These aren't theoretical ideas. They are the exact practices used by people who have successfully reached fluency.
And crucially, we've designed these habits for real life. We know you're busy. We know you have a job, studies, family, responsibilities. These habits are modular, flexible, and require less than 1 hour of your total day.
We won't just tell you what to do. We will give you the complete blueprint for how to build these habits into your life, step by step. We'll cover the psychology of habit formation, how to overcome the inevitable obstacles, and how to track your progress so you stay encouraged.
So, find a comfortable space. Maybe grab a notebook or open the Notes app on your phone. This is practical, actionable stuff. You're not just a listener today, you're a participant.
Let's begin this journey to transform your English, one day at a time. Let's start with a simple, personal question. George, do you brush your teeth every morning and night?
Without fail, twice a day.
And do you ever wake up and think, I'm just not feeling motivated enough to brush my teeth today. I'll wait for inspiration to strike?
Never. That would be ridiculous. I just do it. It's automatic. I don't even think about it.
Exactly. That is the sublime power of an ingrained habit. It operates below the level of conscious decision-making. It requires zero willpower. The action is triggered by a cue waking up or going to bed, and you execute it almost without thought.
Now, let's apply this. Imagine if engaging with English became as automatic and non-negotiable as brushing your teeth. Not a chore, not a special event, but a normal, seamless part of your daily hygiene. That's the goal.
This is why most learners who rely solely on motivation fail. Motivation is an emotion. It's volatile. It depends on your energy, your mood, external praise, seeing quick results. When the motivation fades, and it always does, the learning stops.
Habits, on the other hand, are neurological structures. Every time you perform a routine, you strengthen a specific neural pathway in your brain. The more you use it, the stronger and faster it gets, like wearing a path through a field of grass. Soon, it becomes the default, easiest route for your brain to take.
Let's talk about the science of frequency. Why is 20 minutes every day astronomically better than a 3-hour marathon session once a week?
It comes down to two key concepts: spaced repetition and memory consolidation. Your brain is designed to forget information it deems non-essential. To convince your brain that English is essential, you need to signal its importance through repeated, spaced-out contact.
A 3-hour session floods your brain with information. It's like trying to water a plant by dumping a month's worth of water on it once. Most of the water runs off, isn't absorbed, and can even damage the roots. The plant can't use it.
But 20 minutes a day is like giving that plant a perfect, steady drink. The water is absorbed deeply. The plant grows steadily, healthily, and strong. Your brain is that plant. Daily, short sessions signal to your memory centers. This is important. Save this. Sleep especially plays a huge role in consolidating what you learned that day.
Furthermore, daily practice reduces the friction of starting. The biggest barrier is often just beginning. A 3-hour session feels daunting. You procrastinate. A 20-minute habit feels easy to start, and often, once you start, you find yourself continuing longer because you're enjoying it.
So, our mission today is to design a set of daily drinks for your English brain. A morning drink, an afternoon snack, an evening tonic. Small, nourishing, and consistent.
Before we build, we must also address mindset. You must shift from being a consumer of English content to an active user of the English language. Many learners passively watch movies or listen to music, hoping for absorption by osmosis. That helps, but it's not enough.
The habits we prescribe are active. They involve doing, producing, and engaging. This active use is what forges the neural pathways. It's the difference between reading about how to ride a bike and actually getting on the bike, falling and getting back up.
So, as we go through each habit, I want you to ask yourself, how can I make this active? How can I move from passive listening to active listening? From seeing a word to using it?
This mindset shift, combined with the engine of daily habit, is an unstoppable combination.
Let's get practical. We start with the morning. Why? For most people, the morning offers a unique mental clarity. Your willpower is at its highest. You haven't yet been drained by the day's decisions and stresses. This is prime time for a habit that requires minimal output, but maximum input.
The morning habit is dedicated active listening. Notice we said active, not passive. This is not background music. This is the focused intake of language. The science is clear. Language acquisition is ear first. Babies spend nearly 2 years listening before forming complex sentences. They are building a mental database of sounds, rhythms, patterns, and meanings. You must grant yourself the same permission to listen deeply.
The simple routine. Cue. Your morning coffee, tea preparation, your breakfast, your commute, your morning walk. Do. Routine. D. A kinds minutes of focused English audio. Tra. Reward. The satisfaction of starting your day productively, the enjoyment of the content itself.
Now, let's break down the critical details that make this work. Choice of material, the golden rule. Emma mentioned a key number, 70%. You must choose content where you understand roughly 70% of what is being said. This is called comprehensible input, a concept from linguist Stephen Krashen. If it's 100% understandable, you're not learning anything new. If it's 30% understandable, it's frustrating noise.
How do you gauge 70%? If you can follow the general topic, the main ideas, and catch familiar words and phrases, but there are still some unknown words and faster sections, that's perfect. You're stretching your comprehension slightly, which is where growth happens.
Great sources for 70% content. Podcasts for learners. Easy stories in English. Learning English through listening. The Level Up English podcast. These are paced for you. Slow down news. BBE Learning English, 6-Minute English, or VO. A Learning English. Audiobooks. Children's or young adult novels you already know. Harry Potter is a classic for a reason. YouTube vloggers. Find a calm, clear-speaking vlogger in an area of your interest. Technology, cooking, travel. The visual context provides huge clues.
The active listening technique. Don't just play it in the background. Engage. 1. Predict. Before you start, based on the title, what might they talk about? 2. Visualize as you listen. Try to create a mental movie of what's being described. 3. Note a word. If one interesting or repeated word stands out, just make a mental note of it. Don't stop the audio. You can look it up later.
A powerful variation is dual language listening. For the first 5 minutes, listen intently in English. Then rewind and listen to the same segment with a transcript in your hand or with subtitles in your language if it's a video. This directly connects the English sounds to meaning, solidifying comprehension.
What if you don't have a quiet morning? Adapt. The key is the cue. Your cue could be putting on your headphones when you leave your house. Or the first time you sit at your desk, even at work, you can listen for 10 minutes before starting. The habit is headphones on equals English in.
Let me share a personal story. I was learning Spanish. For 6 months, I listened to the same 15-minute beginner podcast every single morning while making breakfast. I must have heard it 180 times. At first, I understood 50%, then 60%, then 80%. By the end, I understood 100%, and more importantly, the phrases, the intonation, the connectors. Por otro lado, aunque, es decir, were burned into my brain. That repetition gave me a rock-solid foundation I still use today.
That's a perfect example. Consistency over intensity. Your morning listening habit is not about consuming vast amounts of new content daily. It's about consistent, quality contact. It's your daily English immersion shower.
Okay, listener, your first task. Tonight or tomorrow morning, I want you to find one piece of audio that fits the 70% rule. Save it. That's your material for the next week. Get ready to build the habit.
We're about to dive into one of the most common frustrations for learners' vocabulary. George, how many times have we heard someone say, "I keep forgetting new words"?
Oh, constantly, Emma. It's the number one complaint. People write down 20, 30, even 50 words on Monday, and by Friday, they're gone. Poof. It feels hopeless.
It does. But today, we're going to replace that frustration with a powerful, scientific, and simple system. We call it the micro-vocabulary system. 5 words that stick.
Let's start by understanding why we forget. There's a famous German psychologist named Hermann Ebbinghaus. Over a century ago, he discovered something called the forgetting curve.
Right. He showed that our memory for new information drops rapidly if we don't review it. You learn a word today. Tomorrow, you might remember only 50% of it. 2 days later, maybe 30%. By next week, it's gone unless you've actively worked to keep it.
Exactly. Now, when you cram 50 words, you're basically trying to fight 50 different, steep forgetting curves all at once. Your brain can't handle it. It's like trying to carry 50 fragile glasses of water up a hill without spilling any. You'll drop most of them.
Beautiful analogy. So, the science tells us less is more. But it's not just about learning fewer words. It's about how you learn them. There are 2 main types of memory practice.
The first is rote memorization. This is repeating something over and over until it sticks. Like repeating apple, manzana, apple, manzana. It's boring, it's shallow, and it creates very weak memories that fade fast.
The second, and what we use, is elaborative rehearsal. This is where you create connections. You link the new word to things you already know, to a personal story, a mental image, a similar word, or a feeling. This creates a rich, strong network in your brain. The word has multiple hooks to latch onto, so it can't escape easily.
Think of rote memory like writing a word on a sticky note and putting it on a blank wall. It falls off. Elaborative rehearsal is like nailing that word to a wall that's already covered in other pictures, notes, and strings connecting everything. It's part of a web. It stays.
Perfect. So, let's build your 5-word daily habit with this science in mind. It's a 5-step routine. Step 1. Source intelligently.
Do not open a random 1,000 most common words list and start at number 1. That's context-free and boring. Instead, get your words from your real life in English. From your morning listening. The host said gradually a lot. I like that word. From a book or article you're reading. From a real-life encounter. You see the word fragile on a box. You hear available on a phone menu. This gives the word a home, a story, from day 1.
Step 2. Record with richness. This is where you fight the forgetting curve. Don't just write issue equals problema. You build a rich entry. Let's use a small notebook or an app like Anki. For the word steadily, you write 1. The word. steadily. 2. Simple English definition. In a constant, regular way, without stopping or changing. 3. The source sentence. From your podcast, her English improved steadily over the months. 4. Your personal sentence. I want to practice steadily every day.
That personal sentence is the golden key. You've just used elaborative rehearsal. You connected the word to your own life and goal.
Step 3. Visualize and connect. Take 30 seconds. Close your eyes. Picture something rising steadily, a balloon, a line on a graph showing your progress. Maybe connect it to its opposite. Steadily is the opposite of suddenly or irregularly. Boom! Another hook in the web.
Step 4. The morning review ritual. This is your first weapon against the forgetting curve. The next morning with your coffee, take 2 minutes. Look at yesterday's 5 words. Cover the definition. Can you remember it? Can you say your personal sentence? This quick recall test strengthens the memory massively.
Step 5. The weekly revisit. Every Sunday, spend 5 minutes flipping through all 35 words from the past week. Don't test deeply, just scan them. This reactivates them. It tells your brain, these are still important.
Let's run through a quick example together, listeners. Imagine our 5 words today are require, issue, noun, manage, though, eventually. Require, my job requires focus. I picture my laptop, needing my full attention. Issue, let's discuss this issue later. I connect it to problem, but it's a more formal hook. Manage, I can manage my time better. I link it to manager, someone who controls things. Though, it was hard though I finished it. I see it as the useful, contrasting cousin of but. Eventually, I will eventually speak fluently. I picture a long road leading to a beautiful view.
Wonderful. Now, tools. Physical notebook versus digital app SRS. A notebook is simple, tactile, and has no distractions. The act of writing physically helps memory, but it's harder to search and to do spaced repetitions systematically. An SRS app like Anki or Quizlet is powerful. It uses an algorithm to show you words right before you're about to forget them. It's ultra efficient, but it can feel robotic. Our advice? Try both. Maybe use a notebook for the initial rich recording and an app for the daily review.
Now, a listener question we get all the time. What if I don't actively use the word in conversation and forget it anyway?
Great question. The primary goal of this system is recognition, not immediate active production. Your first job is to build a massive passive vocabulary words you instantly understand when you hear or read them. This is the foundation of comprehension. Active use comes later, more naturally, as your brain gets familiar with the word through repeated recognition. So, be patient. Trust that by recognizing steadily 10 times in podcasts and books, one day it will simply pop into your head when you need it.
It's like meeting someone. You see them at the cafe every day. After a while, you feel comfortable enough to say hello.
Now, let's move to the habit that terrifies people but is non-negotiable: daily speaking.
The psychological barrier is huge. In your head, you might sound fluent. Then you open your mouth and silence, or a jumble. Linguist Stephen Krashen talks about the monitor. That's the part of your brain that checks for errors in grammar and pronunciation.
And for many learners, the monitor is on overdrive. It's shouting, wrong tense, wrong preposition, bad accent. This paralyzes you. Perfectionism becomes the enemy of progress.
So we remove the audience. We embrace alone time. This is where you build muscle memory for your mouth and brain without any fear of judgment. It's like a singer practicing scales alone before a concert.
Here is your 10-minute Speak Aloud framework. Choose one method each day. Method 1. Narrative of your day. The easiest. Just talk about what you're doing, will do, or did. I am making tea. The water is boiling. I feel tired today. Later, I have a meeting. I hope it goes well.
Method 2. The forced response. Podcast. Pause your morning podcast every 60 seconds. Summarize what you just heard. So, he said that habits are important because they are consistent. Simple.
Method 3. The photo description. Open a random photo on your phone. Describe everything for 2 minutes straight. This is a beach. The water is blue. The sky is clear. There are 3 people. They are walking. The sand looks yellow and hot.
Method 4. The what I think about. Monologue. Pick a simple topic. Coffee. Your favorite app. The weather. Talk for 2 to 3 minutes about your opinions. I love coffee. I drink 2 cups every morning. It makes me feel awake. I prefer black coffee without sugar.
Now, the crucial, uncomfortable part. Recording yourself. Use your phone's voice memo app. You must listen back. The discomfort is where the gold is. You become your own teacher. Listen, did I say too much? Did I misuse that word? Did I pause in strange places? Was my rhythm flat? Don't judge yourself harshly. Just observe. This awareness alone will improve your next attempt.
This is also where you can integrate pronunciation focus. Find a short clip of a native speaker, maybe from your morning podcast. Listen to one sentence. Now, try to shadow it. Repeat it immediately after, trying to copy the exact melody, the rhythm, the feeling. It's not about meaning now. It's about training your mouth to move in new ways.
After weeks of solo practice, you can consider moving from solo to social. Apps like italki, Tandem, or HelloTalk connect you with partners. The key is to script your first conversations. Write down, "Hello, my name is," "My hobby is," "Can we talk about?" Having a script reduces the initial terror.
Let me tell you a story. My first language exchange was in Spanish. I was so nervous. I had practiced alone for months. I called the guy. I said, "Hola," and then my mind went completely blank. I forgot every word. It was terrible. I said, "Lo siento," "I'm sorry," and hung up after 90 seconds. I was embarrassed.
Oh no!
But you know what? The next day, I did my solo speaking practice again. I talked about how embarrassed I felt. A week later, I tried another exchange. It was slightly less terrible. My solo practice had built a foundation of muscle memory. The words started to come out slowly. The fear lessened because I knew I could survive the awkwardness. Solo practice built the confidence to be imperfect with another person.
That's a powerful story. Now, let's wind down with our evening habits. The purpose here is different. Your energy is lower. This is for consolidation and fluency development.
Reading for pleasure, not analysis. Choose something easy: a graded reader, a simple news article, a young adult book. It should be one level below your maximum. The goal is flow. You want to get lost in the story, not stop every 2 words. This builds pattern recognition subconsciously.
Follow the 15-minute reading protocol. 1. Read without stopping. No dictionary. 2. Underline or highlight 2 to 3 interesting phrases. Not just hard words, but nice combinations. A gentle breeze. Made up his mind. 3. After reading, go back to those phrases. Can you guess their meaning from context? Then you can check.
Then, shadowing demystified. This is your fluency accelerator. 1. Find a short clip, 30 seconds, with a transcript. A movie scene you love, or a clear podcast segments too. Listen once for general meaning. 3. Listen again, pausing after each phrase. He went to the store, / because he needed milk. 4. Imitate immediately. Try to be a perfect parrot. Copy the sounds, the emotion, the pauses. Don't think about grammar. 5. Repeat the same clip 5 to 10 times over a week. You'll feel your mouth adapting. This builds procedural memory, the automatic how of speaking. It frees up your brain to focus on the what.
So evening is about gentle input reading and fine-tuning your output machine shadowing.
Now, the habit that ties it all together. The weekly review. This is your meta habit. Why is reflection a superpower? Because it moves learning from your subconscious to your conscious mind. It builds a sense of progress, which is fuel for motivation.
Your 10-minute Sunday night checklist. 1. Progress log, quick journal. This week, I listened to 3 podcasts about science. I learned words like research and method. I spoke about my job and my vacation plans. 2. What worked? What was hard? Did you enjoy shadowing? Did you hate the photo description? Adjust. Maybe next week, try 2 shadowing sessions and skip the photos. 3. Preview and plan. Look at your real calendar for next week. A busy Wednesday? Plan a lighter habit day. Pre-select your podcast episodes and your reading material. Set yourself up for success. 4. Celebrate one win. I spoke for 10 minutes straight on Tuesday. I remembered all 5 words from Thursday. This positive reinforcement is crucial.
This review is you being the CEO of your English learning. You're checking the data and making a plan.
Now, let's debug the system. Everyone hits snags. Mistake 1, the all-or-nothing mindset. I missed my morning listening on Monday, so my whole week is ruined. I'll start next month. No. The solution is the never miss twice rule. Missing one day is a slip. Missing 2 days in a row is the start of a new, bad habit. Forgive yourself and get back on track immediately the next day.
Mistake 2, habit stacking. Too much. Trying to do all 4 new habits, listen, words, speak, shadow. Starting tomorrow is a recipe for overwhelm and quitting. Solution: implement sequentially over 4 weeks. Week 1, master morning listening. Week 2, add 5 words. Week 3, add 10 minutes speaking. Week 4, add evening reading / shadowing.
Mistake 3, not adapting to life. Your routine must be flexible. Have a minimum viable habit for crazy days. On a day you're sick or traveling, your habit might be Listen to 5 minutes of a podcast and review my 5 words from yesterday. That's it. 7 minutes. You keep the chain alive.
Once this is running smoothly, you can try advanced tweaks. Theming weeks, a business English week. All your listening, reading, and vocabulary are on that theme. The output challenge. 1 week, record a 2-minute monologue on the same topic. For example, my city, every day. Try to improve it slightly each time. Finding your why. Write down a vivid personal goal. In 6 months, I will give a presentation in English to my team. Put it on your wall. Connect every daily habit to that powerful image.
So, let's look at the complete daily ecosystem we've built. Morning. Listen and input. Awaken your ears. Daytime. 5 micro vocab words. Build your web of words. Anytime. 10 minutes solo speaking. Build your mouth muscle memory. Evening. Read and shadow. Consolidate and build fluency. Weekly. The Sunday review plan. Adjust and celebrate.
Your final task is to create your personal habit contract. Write it down, literally. I, your name, will listen to an English podcast for 10 minutes every weekday morning while I make my coffee. Sign it. Put it where you'll see it.
Imagine the 6-month and 1-year vision. In 6 months, you won't be scrambling for words. You'll be recognizing them everywhere. You'll be able to talk for minutes without panic. In a year, your identity shifts. You won't say, I am learning English. You'll say, I use English daily. It's part of who you are.
The journey will have ups and downs. That's normal. When you fall off, this system, these habits, are your compass. They will always show you the way back.
So, here is our call to action. Don't try to do it all. Start with 1 habit this week. Just 1. Maybe it's the 5 words, or the morning listening. Master it. Report back to us, to a friend, or in a journal. You can do this.
Trust the process. Be consistent. Be kind to yourself. You are building something incredible, one small, smart brick at a time. And that's everything for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and learned something new, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Because your support helps us create more helpful lessons for you.
Stay motivated, keep practicing, and we will see you in the next episode.